Hey everyone, welcome back to Garnock Reviews. Today we're checking out a 2021 Lagoon 42 sailing catamaran that was on display at the St. Petersburg boat show earlier this year. This one has actually since been sold, but I thought I'd still share the video with you, give you an insight into what this type of boat's like. And as a guide point, at the boat show she was up for sale for $665,000. This one measures in at 42 foot in length, but she's got a beam of 25 feet 3 inches. So there's plenty of space on board for entertaining family and friends. And this one's got a raised helm position on the port hand side. It's just a few short steps up. And it gives great visibility, whether you want to go cruising under power or under sail. In terms of navigation equipment, this one had everything you could possibly need and then some. You're looking at electronics including the speed log, wind speed, wind direction. You got a multi-function display in the middle, and that included the plotter and also radar. You got autopilot controls, you got a compass up in the top, and you got full engine instrumentation. And this one was powered by twin 57 horsepower Yanmar diesel engines. And since she's twin screw, you can manoeuvre this as if it was a flybridge powerboat. You can spin the boat on its own axis when it comes to docking and close quarter manoeuvres. And I love the fact that all the ropes for the sails, they all lead back through clutches. And there's winches right here at the helm, so you don't have to have anybody go on deck, especially if you were offshore or in bad weather. And you can see we've also got solar panels mounted into the coach roof, and that way it helps keep all the batteries topped up, especially when at anchor. And to make sailing even easier, some of the winches on board were actually electric winches. And she had a great complement for sails. She had a fully battened mainsail, she's got a furling genoa, and she also had a gennaker and cruising spinnaker on board. Should you need or want to walk around the deck, I liked how much deck space there was. You've got the handholds on either side, and you see down the middle we've got the windlass, and this one could actually be operated from the helm as well as from the deck. But at the helm it's even got a chain counter, so you know exactly how much chain you're putting in or out. Also note all the storage lockers built into the deck. This is great for ropes, fenders, and in some cases you can use these as sail lockers as well. And this one comes with a rigid inflatable tender. There's actually davits in the stern of the boat. The tender's just up here because it's backed into the pontoon for the boat show. And notice how all the hatches are breathable, so even when the hatch is closed there's still ventilation coming in. And it helps stop the boat having that damp mouldy smell that you sometimes have on yachts. As we make our way back to the cockpit, I love the teak decking that was on here. Definitely had a quality feel to it. You got things like hot and cold transom shower, you got a board and ladder for if you want to go swimming and diving. And I loved the cushions that were here. You could just imagine laying out here at anchor in the Florida Keys, heading into the Caribbean, something like that. And that hardtop gives you plenty of shade and protection. And my understanding is this one came with a number of canopy covers, so that way it could all be fully enclosed if you wanted as well. Once you step inside, you instantly get appreciation for the beam of this yacht. You got a fully equipped galley, you got a microwave oven, you've got an oven down below, and you've also got the stove top as well. There's good worktop space here as well for preparing meals, especially while you're underway. And then this one actually has a navigation station inside. And most of the electronics I showed you up at the helm, this is all repeated down here. And you see we've got the saloon with a dining table in the middle. You probably get about 6 adults around here in comfort. And then in the port side, we've actually got both a refrigerator and a deep freezer. This one's meant for extended cruising and long-term liveaboard use. So everything you could possibly need has been included on board. This is us heading aft in the port hull, and I love that it's a large island berth, that way it's easily accessible from both sides. Look at all the natural light that's here. Most of these are opening hatches as well, so you get extra ventilation. I was also impressed with the headroom in here. I'm 6'2" and I was walking around the yacht without any issues. And as I pan round you'll see we've got hanging locker space. There's also storage behind the door. And this is us leading in towards the bow of the port hull. And again in this cabin you're going to find plenty of natural light. I like the bright colours of the cabin and the interior in general. Helps avoid that claustrophobic feeling you sometimes get on board. And here you'll find we've got one of 3 head compartments on board. This one's got 79 gallons of fresh water, and it's also got 79 gallons of fuel on board. And as we head out of this cabin, note there's both storage and access panels on the deck. And then I personally love the fact that underneath the steps on both sides of the hull, there's almost like a glass bottom boat effect. It's not technically underwater, but you can get great visibility. when you've got clear water like this of what's going on underneath you. Just don't let MD play the Jaws theme tune at night. As we make our way across the hull to get to the starboard side, you'll see how spacious that saloon and cockpit table is. And you can see we've got opening hatches on the front windows leading out towards the bow. And then to begin with, on the starboard hull, whenever you're going down here, you're going to see the main control panel. This also includes controls for the generator on board. And I liked how clearly everything was labelled and documented in here. And most of the buttons are actually illuminated, so you can see this easily at night as well. And then on the bow you've got a massive head compartment. There's so much room in here it's hard to believe you're on a sailing yacht, but that's just part of the advantage of the Catamaran design. And I like that it's got a separate full walk-in shower compartment compared to the actual toilet. That way you get more space in here to enjoy the shower when you're living on board for extended periods of time. And as we make our way aft, I loved all the storage space that was on this one. And I like the fact that all the doors and drawers, they all lock into place. So if you are out in heavy weather, none of this is going to open and nothing's going to fall out. And you see here we've got a vanity station, which would also double up as a desk if you wanted to. Before again entering another aft cabin. And again it's got an island berth with access on either side. It's a very comfortable yacht. It's been designed and built to a very high standard. Craftsmanship in here is one of the best I've seen. And again on this hull you've also got that almost glass bottom effect underneath the steps. And as you can see as we make our way out, this is by far one of the busiest boats at the boat show. Comes as no surprise that this one was actually sold just after the boat show. This was a 2021 version, very low hours, very low use. But it was offered for sale in such a pristine example, it was also doubling up to use as a show boat for what you can order brand new. And if you're looking for a blue water cruiser that you can go and enjoy Caribbean cruising in, and live on for extended periods of time, I can't think of a better boat that'd be on offer today, especially at only 42 foot in length. Love to hear your thoughts and comments down below. I'd love it if you could please hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't already. And as always, I look forward to catching you on the next one. Thanks everyone.